Greetings, Eric Backer from New Zealand, the naturopath from way down under in New Zealand. Thanks for coming back and looking at my video. I've got a question here from a subscriber, Joel Rocha. So Joel Rocha is saying, "Hi Eric, I've had recurring vaginal yeast infections after taking antibiotics for a UTI. I just purchased your Candida 3-pack and have changed up my diet per your book, Candida Crusher. Should I request borax pills from my doctor in addition to this for best results? I would really appreciate a response. Thank you so much." Okay, Joel, let's talk about the vaginal yeast infection and what you can do. So chapter 5 in my book gives you a lot of really good ideas on how to work on a vaginal yeast infection. There are many different products you can use for vaginal infection. Vitanica is a company which is put together by Dr. Tori Hudson, very respected naturopath in the US with a very big interest in women's health. And she brings out some beautiful borax suppositories you can use. I think they're called Yeast Arrest from Vitanica with a V. Also, you can use boric acid. I've written about that in my book. So get yourself some size 00 or 00 capsules. You can buy them at the health food shop or online, and buy yourself about maybe 4 or 6 ounces of pharmaceutical grade boric acid powder. So boric acid powder looks like, and it's not what you're thinking, okay? That looks like good stuff, doesn't it? That's not from Colombia, all right? So it's not what you think it is. That's boric acid powder. So boric acid powder is extremely sanitary. It's fantastic for vaginal issues. All you do is you just fill up the capsules with the powder, okay, and put them in a old container. Make sure you label it well and keep it away from kids, of course. And the best way to take the boric acid powder, Joel, in capsules is probably for about a week leading up to your cycle. So work out when the vaginal irritation is at its worst. And for many women, it'll be 2-3 days leading up to the period. So just before the period, the itch can get really bad, or the discharge, or the problem. But for you, it could be after the cycle, or it could be at specific stages. So try and work out when you actually get the problem, and then insert vaginally those boric acid capsules. You're going to start with, say, 2 capsules and leave them in overnight. And with experience, you can use up to 5 or 6 capsules. Wear a pad, of course, and in the morning, give it a bit of a clean out with a little bit of apple cider vinegar in some tepid water. A turkey baster with a soft silicone tip works quite well for douching. That works very well indeed. So I've worked with I would say easily well over 1,000 women now with this problem just in the last few years alone. And in most cases, this can be completely cleared up within 2 to 3 menstrual cycles. You can wipe out a bad vaginal problem. But this is how you do it. You work on it vaginally, but at the same time you work on the diet and lifestyle. There's no point in having a bottle of Chardonnay, and then a pizza for dinner and expecting not to get a vaginal problem. Alcohol is the number one thing you've got to stop. Even once per month, it's just got to stop. If you've got a vaginal infection, but same goes if you've got, if you're a man watching this, if you've got a groin yeast kind of problem, you must stop the alcohol. So alcohol's got to be stopped. Please follow the Candida Crusher diet approach, and also take the Candida tablets and the capsules at the same time. So follow the Candida protocol. You can watch my other Candida videos, Joel, where I explain about how to take the Candida. Normally with vaginal infection, you would take the Candida Remove at the rate of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Candida Restore, you're going to take with breakfast and with dinner. And Candida Rebuild, you're going to take 1 twice per day. So I recommend you stay on that protocol for about a good 3 months. At the same time, you're doing the diet, and then you're also using the boric acid capsules. Capsules don't need to be taken continually, the boric acid ones. You just take them with the aggravation, and preferably several days leading up to the irritation or aggravation. So if you repeat that vaginal treatment in cycles, but maintain the diet and lifestyle for 6 to 12 months, you're going to clear this thing up entirely. It's going to work very well. If you're on birth control, that could definitely have a negative effect. So if possible, you may want to look at other ways of birth control and stop taking the pill, because that can influence the vaginal infection quite a lot too. And if you're in a relationship, you want to make sure that you don't pass this problem from one person and then back again. So you will need to take that into account and use good hygiene as well. And look at my other videos I've done on vaginal yeast infection. There's quite a few of them. But the Candida products work beautifully when combined with the lifestyle I recommend in my book, the diet, okay, and the boric acid capsules. That whole protocol is super, super powerful, and you will definitely wipe out the problem. I've got no doubt. So, thanks for putting the question to me, and I hope that was a satisfactory reply. Thank you.